Hello, ninth graders. Many of you went to the middle school here in the district, and that was an IB MYP Middle Years Program school. And even though you're not officially taking IB courses right now, I want to tell you a little bit about the Diploma program that you are able to take classes in as a junior and a senior. So hopefully you know the IB mission already by being from the middle school. Those of you that weren't, you can see here that the mission really is looking at making balanced students that are going to go out and make this world better. So here's a couple things that make IB classes unique, different from an AP class or different from a regular class. And two of the things are internal assessments, which means that you are being assessed not only with a test at the end of the course, but you're doing something in the course that gets submitted to IB for part of your overall grade.
IB will give you a grade in each class on a scale from 1 to 7. Part of it is from your IB tests. However, a lot of it comes from a project that you get to do independently in class called the internal assessment, which is a lot of fun, and you get to create your own independent research project. So for example, like in a science class, you get to design your own lab, and you can get very creative and practice your research, investigation, and critical thinking skills. And it's really great if you don't like just answering questions and following one given procedure.
I'm Zoe Zajac, and I'm a senior at the high school, and I do choir, theater, and quiz bowl. And my favorite classes have been the IB History Year 2 class and the IB Bio class because they are all about application of the knowledge that you learn and less about memorization, which I really struggle with.
IB also looks at the approaches to teaching and learning, so they're not just focused on getting you to know like a textbook knowledge. They want you to actually be a critical thinker.
A lot of the learning in IB classes isn't just memorizing boring facts. A lot of it is focusing a lot more on how we learn and finding out how we know what we know and the significance of that and analyzing it. So there's a lot of independent thinking as well, and it's not just following a set method that the teacher gives you. And there are many ways that you get to learn, such as through discussions, projects, and independent research. And the teachers themselves have a lot of trust in the students. So as long as you're doing the work and keeping up, they're there for you. They are there to work with you, and they won't make you do a bunch of pointless busy work.
You can either be an IB student by taking IB classes, or you can be an IB diploma candidate, and that's not something that you need to pick now. It's something that you'll pick sometime your sophomore year, maybe even your junior year. We'll learn more about that as we get closer to that. And really, the things that you need if you want to be a diploma candidate, you need to want to do it. First of all, you need to be a hard worker. You need to be creative. You need to be able to work with other people. You should have an international outlook, and you should be curious about the world.
I tell myself sometimes I'm not smart enough to do this. I wasn't in any honors courses as a freshman, and the first honors course I took was chem, actually, as a sophomore. And I'm, standing here as a senior, I'm still a diploma candidate. You don't have to, you don't have to like be. I shouldn't say you don't have to be a great student. Great students definitely make up this program. But you don't have to be, like, an amazing student.
If you really want to succeed at the diploma, you need to actually care about what you're doing. Don't just do it because your parent wants you, or don't do it because your friends are doing it. You have to actually care about what you're doing. And I think when you do that, it's easier to spend the amounts of time that we have to spend on stuff, because it's at least something that's interesting to you.
I really want to, I think Aaron's 100% right. I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of benefits to doing the diploma. There's benefits, with college if you're taking all the classes, right? It's kind of a no-brainer. But at the end of the day, I don't think you're going to make it through if you're not truly passionate about what you're doing. At the end of the day, a lot of people have reasons for doing it, but if you really want to succeed in it, and because it's not, I think that we think of it as a bigger time commitment than it really is. There's extended essay, there's TOK, there's CAS. But if you're gonna, if you're already taking all the classes already, and if you're fascinated in the topic area you're looking at for extended essay, it's not that big of a time commitment on top of everything else. It's pretty manageable. And so the key is just to make sure that it's something that's not a chore, that it's something you actually want to do.
So here's the core courses or things that you'll be doing as a junior and a senior to earn the diploma. Creativity, activity, and service, those are the things you're probably doing already. Extended essay is a 0-hour class, so that's something you would actually register for. It lasts about a year, and it takes part of your junior year and part of your senior year on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. And then Theory of Knowledge is a class that lasts from your junior second semester through your senior first semester, and they have a culminating project there at the Minneapolis Institute of Arts.
Hi, I'm Ilsa. And I'm Erica, and we're both senior IB diploma candidates.
And we both went to PSI, so that means we're both going to get the IB bilingual diploma at the end of the year.
Yeah, and our PSI education has really helped us understand how, like, the international aspect of IB and how that ties into our theory of knowledge education and our IB classes at the high school.
Yeah, we have a different kind of perspective and a lot of like outside knowledge, which has really benefited us through the program.
Hi, I'm Angelica Lopez. I'm also senior at the high school, and I am in chamber orchestra and in Gitsy's, which is also another orchestra. And the thing that I really like about the IB diploma was the extended essay, because I did mine on English, and that really helped me prepare for the year 2 of IB English HL.
As a diploma candidate, as opposed to taking just IB courses, you get a lot of extra supports. There's a retreat your junior year and your senior year. You've got an advisory with other diploma candidates, and you've got a team of teachers that are there really to support you and make the program the best that it can be for you. Again, it's not something that you need to decide about now, but if you're thinking that it's something that you may want to pursue, you can set yourself up in the right course for taking your 6th course that you need to, and by taking the courses next year. So you can take IB Film SL as a sophomore or IB Chem SL as a sophomore.
Like, what's the difference between an IB and an AP? Yeah. So I think that at the end of the day, this was my experience with the AP classes. I always felt like it's all multiple choice, and you're trying to be tripped up, and you don't get that as much, just because I think, first of all, there's less multiple choice. It's more showing, instead of like trying to take a multiple choice test and figure out I have all this in my head, can I just fill in bubbles? It's thinking, it's critical thinking. It's how can I take a concept and apply it? So I guess that's less memorization. But